I've recently started taking a different approach to website footers and making them a little bit more elevated and having them carry a little bit more load rather than just like a privacy policy link and a copyright. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly on Squarespace how I am building out footers these days and how you can essentially stage your footer on Squarespace on the back end while you work on it before actually setting it live, because with your header and your logo and your footer, if you make those changes, they will go live across your site if you hit save. And sometimes that's not what we want. So I'm going to show you exactly how I'm doing that. And I'm also going to show you how you can like toggle on and off your header and footer on your staging page so that you can like get a clear view of what the new one is going to look like and what you're doing. This is my staging homepage for my own website redesign. So if I hover over the page name itself and click on the little settings gear, you can see here under navigation, it's got show header and show footer. You can see I've already turned the footer off. And so we're just going to close that. But essentially, it's just turning the footer off on this specific page only. If I come into edit mode, and I scroll down, you can see it looks like this has a footer. So what I'm doing is basically creating the sections on the page itself rather than in the footer section. Again, if I were to add something in the actual footer, even on this test page, it would set it live across the site, which is not what I want right now. I'm still putting this in all the pieces together in this new design, and so I don't want it to go live yet. So I've just created these 3 sections here, which will become my new footer. Let's talk about the actual footer design and styling itself first. I've got my logo repeated again. I actually have just my logo icon as the icon or the logo on my site at the top in the navigation. It doesn't say designing the row at the top. It just has a little DTR. So in the footer, I put the full logo. For other clients, actually, mostly I do the reverse, but that would be my suggestion here to have an icon or your full logo in the footer, just kind of like a little reminder, just a branding moment here. And then if location is important to you for SEO purposes and for user experience, put the city in there, put your contact information in there. I've got the copyright and the privacy policy over here just because that's where it fit in the space with what I was doing. Then you can see I'm still working on hyperlinking all these things. I've got the design pages that you can navigate to. I've got resource pages that you can navigate to. And I've got like my social media and the connect pages that you can navigate to. Here you can see it says script disabled. This is actually a YouTube subscribe button embed that I've put in there. And then I've got my call to action, the get started today. So basically when somebody gets to the footer, we're essentially reestablishing like this is the brand and the business. It's where it's located. It's how you can contact them. These are the pages that you could navigate to next. And this is how you can engage with a business and get started with the service or products or whatever it might be. So that is what I'm having my footer do these days. It used to just say like designing the row, copyright, privacy policy, website by designing the row. That's used to be all it was. So now it is doing a lot more work. I'm excited about this new direction I'm taking. So I thought I'd give you like a little note on what I'm doing and how I'm structuring my footer these days. But you can see that's not it. Underneath, I have the Squarespace Expert, Authorized Trainer, and Circle member logos under there. Because when you get to the bottom of my page, I want you to just, whether you read that or not, it's kind of like an instant recognition of like, oh, she's affiliated with Squarespace. This isn't just like some random person. And then the very bottom, I've got that scrolling text that says custom websites built with care, strategy, and collaboration. Just kind of like, hey, if you need one more reminder, this is who we are and what we do. Just kind of a little something for fun and the black strip to kind of ground the design. Now, if I hadn't have actually hidden the footer on this page, I can show you what that would do. I'll come in here to navigation, show the footer, save. And now if we scroll down, you can see the actual footer that's live on my website right now. And so that's kind of why I like to hide it, so that I can like kind of cut that off in my design eye while I'm working on the new one. So I will turn that off again. I just wanted to show you what that would do. We will toggle that off and save. So when you are ready to set your new footer live, what we need to do is come over here. If you see I hover over this section here, I've got these options over here, and one of them is a heart. If you hover over it, you see it says Save Section. I'm going to save that section to this site. And I'm going to do that for all 3 of these sections because they are each individual sections. So save your sections that you have on your staging page. And then let's just come to let's come to a real page. I will show you how to implement it when you're ready. Since I had the footer turned off on that page, if you come to a page that has the footer, we're going to click into Edit the Site Footer. And what you will do is Add Section. And then you're going to click on Saved. And this is where all of those sections that you have saved will load. You can see right here, this first one here is my new footer. So when you are ready to go live with your new footer, you don't have to rebuild it. You just save the sections, come into the footer editor on any page of your website, add in your saved sections, delete the old one, and hit save. Now, I'm not ready to do this just yet, so I'm going to hit exit without saving. But that is what I've been doing on my own website as well as with a lot of websites that I'm redesigning. So I just wanted to share that with you, how to hide the header and the footer so you can redesign them and stage them, how to do that, what I'm doing in the footer, and I hope this was helpful for you, and I can't wait to see what you create. If you want to hear me talk more about the footer as a strategy rather than just show you how to do it, I will link to another video where I talk all about just leveling up your website and your content, so I will see you in that video.